Women are increasingly happy. This comic explains why. Aubrey Hirsch. Do we dare see what Aubrey's been up to? Last login, joined September 3rd. No. Okay. Part of the issue of happiness highlight. Okay. American women have been made incredible progress since 1970. Women strike for peace and equality. Okay. What peace? What did they... Where is there no peace in the house? They're acting like men were coming home and like breaking Budweiser bottles over their wife's head and like, fuck you, bitch, and this casserole and this house. What? Women today are better educated and better paid than we were in 1970. Right. So, female master's degrees going up, okay? But what are those master's degrees in? Feminist gender studies, right? Transphobia. Okay. What are those in? Okay. More importantly, better educated. No. Harold just said it in the chat. They're not educated. They're indoctrinated with man-hating propaganda. They're indoctrinated, and they're too dumb to even fucking question what's being taught to them. Hilarious. But there's a chart. Now, it just makes me wonder, are these people just fucking stupid, or are they manipulating on purpose? And I kind of think they're manipulating on purpose. I think it's fueled a little bit by stupidity, but I don't know. We have more support in our work at home as well as more opportunities outside the home. We've made real gains toward equal rights and reproductive freedom, right? Got to make sure there's a black woman with short hair right there. Okay. Who's this? Who doesn't matter. She's white. Okay. And yet, in the decades between 1970 and 2005, women's self-reported happiness scores have declined both in absolute and relative to men's scores, okay? So this is in the 1970s. This red line indicates female happiness and life satisfaction. As you can see, it just continues and continues and continues to plummet. Made a little bit of a rebound there, but men kind of made the crossover here in the 90s because we just realized, oh, wait, free sex everywhere, porn, weed, I can make do. It may not be the best way of living, but I can make do. If women have made so many substantive gains in the last 50 years, why are we less happy? One culprit might be women's changing expectations as our opportunities in life and work increased. So did our opportunities to compare ourselves not just to other women, but to the men around us. Okay. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you go around comparing yourself to everybody, you're just going to be fucking miserable, dude. But again, this is just theory by the person who drew these pictures. Our expanding awareness of our persisting limitations might cause us to report feeling less happy. Awareness of our persisting limitations. No. The growing complexity of women's lives may also be a factor. In 1970, a woman who was primarily a homemaker might judge her happiness based solely on her family life. Yeah, that's typically what women do. Dude, I know chicks that are in their 30s and 40s that are single and they know they will not have kids. And it is a deep sadness that they have to comfort inside them. Okay? It is a deep sadness. That's the equivalent of being a man and being like, yeah, you're just never going to be able to have a job and earn money your entire life. And you're just going to have to, you're just going to have to fucking cope with that. I have talked to, on my consultations, right? I have talked to men that are sons of rich men and trust fund babies and having tons and tons and tons of financial provisioning done for them. Trust funds, okay? Dad is always giving them money. They have no need to work. And it is extremely emasculating to some of these guys. Majority of them, not some, majority of them. Some of them get lost in drugs. Some of them get lost in alcohol, prostitution. You rob something from a man when you don't allow him to go out and conquer in the world these days. Okay? When a man trades something, his time, his brain, his energy for money, and he gets it, it is a very rewarding feeling for men. That's the equivalent of a woman having a child. You rob them of their specific gender-based happiness, okay? You ever see a woman on like a public area and there's like a baby near them? They act like a beta male, like creeping on a girl. They're like, oh, hey, hi. Like doing all these like creepy, weird things to like just interact with the baby. You ever see that? They are genetically predisposed to be a caregiver. That's why we come inside them and they get pregnant. That's why they desire sex. They don't desire sex for fun and pleasure. They desire sex from men that can fucking fuck the shit out of them and get them pregnant. They want to reproduce. Period. Whereas a woman 50 years later might be considering circumstances at home and at work. Yeah, it's your choice. Welcome to man's world. All this is good news since it suggests that our frame of reference for happiness may have shifted. The bar has been raised. No, it's not. Women today, still happier as ever to fucking have baby and stay at home. Period. Okay? Another explanation for the persistence of the male-female happiness gap is that men may have reaped more than their share of benefits from the women's movement. Of course, let's blame men. Marriage economists Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers speculate that men enjoy the spoils of the sexual revolution. Right, because men and women are different. Men are totally okay with having a bunch of sex with a bunch of women. It doesn't eat away at us. It's a fucking pride. Okay? It's a badge of honor. It's skill for a guy to fuck multiple women. It's no skill involved for a girl to fuck multiple guys. There's no skill involved whatsoever. It eats away at them. I mean, the data shows. We've been talking about it over and over and over again. The data shows. And the data is inside of you as a man. Because when we tell you that the girl you're in love with or that you like a lot has been fucking ran through, most guys are not going to be okay with that. It's not going to sit well with them. It's not going to sit well with them at all. Girls, they're okay. They're like, oh, whatever. My man's shit. Okay? They are far less impacted by the decline of traditional families and rising economic inequality. Right. So if men are less impacted by the decline of traditional families and women are more impacted by the decline of traditional families, shouldn't women go back to the role of traditional families? Am I making any sense here, or do I sound like I'm completely fucking crazy? But I already know that this whole article is full of shit and manipulation. But it's just like, this is just surface level research. This is people who like read this like, yes, men are bad. Yes, this is all men's fault. And they go along with it and they believe it. Here we go. Right? Oh, how this is racist. This is a black man here leaning back and a not so black woman. Uh-oh, they're demonizing black people. This is a racist website. Okay. Although men's contributions have increased, women still do, on average, more than twice the housework that men do, according to leading family researcher Scott Coltrane. Okay? Because women's increasing participation in the workplace has not been met with proportionally decreasing responsibilities at home, many women are now forced to work what sociologist Arlie Russell Hochschild and Anne Machung called the second shift that cuts into our leisure time. Okay? This exposes some of the work we still need to do. Until we can enjoy real equality in every sphere, women's happiness is bound to lag behind men's. Right. So we just need women to be as happy as possible or the same as happiness as men. Okay? How about when women were happier than men in the 1970s? Why don't we go back to that model? Right? Seriously, am I crazy? Are there holes in my logic? I'm asking you guys in the chat, are there holes in my logic? Am I making no sense? Because they just posted a graph, couple pictures up, because we're in fucking ADD generation right here. Women were happier than men by a long shot. It wasn't until after the 1990s that they plummeted below. So maybe go back to the way it was if you're so fucking determined to be as happy as men or equally as happy. Now, I seriously want to know, are there holes in my logic? We got 200 people plus watching right now. Are there holes in my logic? I want the chat to tell me, or am I making sense? This exposes some of the work we need to do, blah, blah, blah. Home, work, education, justice. Jesus fucking Christ. Safety, bodily autonomy. Okay, bodily autonomy. You know what that's code word for? Abortion. Abortion. That's all it is. Women have the right to murder their babies. Yeah, and it fucking scars them for life. It scars them for life. Okay? Now, I remember when I was 10 years old, okay? And there was a friend of mine. His name was Joey. And he used to hang out at his house. And Joey's dad used to go to work. And his mom stayed home. And she was a wino. She would drink those, you know, those big white trash glass bottles of that rose wine. What do they call it? Like Chateau Rousseau or something like that in America, right? I remember her drinking this wine every day. And then one day, she picked up the phone and she called one of her girlfriends and she was crying and crying and crying. And she was crying and I was like, why is this lady crying? Like, what the hell is going on with her? I was 10 at the time. And then she was saying, I killed a baby. I killed a baby. I had an abortion. I killed this baby. I killed my unborn baby, right? And then she got off the phone and she started crying to me and Joey. And we're like, no, it's okay. Like, you're a good person. Like, we're 10. And Joey was like 8. And we're like, it's okay. You killed the baby. But, like, we're 10 and 8. So we're just going to tell you it's okay because we don't really understand the gravity of what's happening. Okay? I got a girl pregnant when I was 19. She went off and killed the baby. Didn't even tell me about it. And that girl, so this was a white lady. That girl was Mexican lady that I got pregnant. And then multiple Japanese girls on each coast have confessed to me in tears, me not even asking them about them killing the babies. Okay? Abortion. Doesn't really have a positive effect on women. That then you got all these women who, because they've been indoctrinated and manipulated, right, by the mass media, to think like, oh, you're oppressed because you can't have an abortion. Like, go out there. Bro, I am a huge advocate. I am a massive advocate of abortion. Kill that baby. Blow that fucking baby's head off with a shotgun if you have to. I don't give a fuck. The doctor has to go and shove it up inside her vagina, pull the trigger, and it just blows that baby's brain out. Good for you. Women's empowerment. Fuck that baby. Murder that little succubus, okay? Kill it. I don't give a shit. because I know it's going to fucking ruin you down the road. So if you want to do shit that's going to ruin you, by all means, go. Have your body positivity, murder that baby, get out there and get in a fucking shitload of student debt, get pumped and dumped until the fucking sun goes down. Go ahead, sister. Welcome to equality, honey. You got it. You do whatever you want, baby. Do whatever you want. Because it's insane. It's insane, and they're bitching for it, but they realize they're just too dumb to know that what they really want is just old school, just listening to themselves. Be feminine. Be a lady. Be nice. Cook. Clean. Take care of a worthy man. That's it. That's it. But they're too far gone. They're too far gone. I was talking to Allie, Real Femme Sapien, the other day, and I was like, sweetie, you got endless customers till the day is to the day you die. You're gonna have customers because these bitches are lost. They are lost. They are totally lost. Especially now that we're finally close to see what we're missing. Right. Hilarious. Oh my God.